Amanece.
My name is Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, and I'm a member of Congress from South Florida. I represent the district that has Little Havana, Miami Beach, Coral Gables, South Miami, Key Biscayne, Palmetto, Pinecrest, Cutler Bay, just a nice chunk of geography. And it's a pleasure to be interviewed for this. I would have never thought it in a million years if you had asked me when I was a student at Southwest High School that, hey, are you going to end up being a member of Congress? I'd say, what? Are you kidding? No, not interested in politics. But I was a teacher, and then I became a principal. My parents and I had and operated a private elementary school in Hialeah, and getting to know the parents of the school and helping them solve their problems with different agencies. Somebody suggested to me, rather than helping them one-on-one, you could run for office and you could write the policy that's making them very frustrated. And so that's what I ended up doing. I ran a very small town campaign. My dad was the campaign manager. My mom was the volunteer manager in 1982. And a very grassroots local campaign. Got elected in 82 to be a state House of Representatives to serve in Tallahassee. Met my husband and we went to re-election in the House, and then we went to the Senate together in 86, and then became a member of Congress in 89. I enjoy helping people. That's what our Miami office does all the time. And I enjoy topics like human rights and freedom and democracy, and the search for all of those lofty goals for enslaved people everywhere. Well, I did not even know that I was the first Hispanic woman elected to Congress until I did an interview the next day after my election, and on the Today Show, Katie Couric, who was first a host of that show, she said, "How does it feel to be the first Hispanic woman elected to Congress?" I said, "Well, it's a thrill to be in Congress, but I don't think I'm the first Hispanic woman." It turns out that I was. So that's an incredible feat, not for me. It says a lot about the greatness of our nation, where the opportunities are limitless. I came to the United States when I was only 8, not speaking ni papa frita de inglés, and here I became a member of Congress. So and the first Cuban American, but I have wonderful colleagues now serving alongside me. Carlos Curbelo, Mario Diaz-Balart, Albio Cires, Bob Menendez, Ted Cruz, and Marco Rubio. So the Cuban American exile community is small, relatively small, but we pack a good political punch. Well, I think one of the great things about our community of Cuban American exiles, is that we may have difference of opinion on how to reach the goal of a free Cuba, but every Cuban American I know is very passionate about that being their goal, that we want to help the people of Cuba liberate themselves from the dictatorship. And maybe you're for the embargo, maybe you're against the embargo, maybe you're for more travel, maybe you're for more restrictions. So you may differ on how to get there, but we're all united in that goal. So I would say that makes us unique, and that we have that bond. Secondly, I think what makes us unique as an ethnic group or a heritage group is that we're very proud of our roots. We're proud of our native language. I butcher the Spanish language pretty well, but I try to speak it as often as possible. I'm married to a gentleman who does not speak Spanish. That's on me. But so we speak English at home, but we're very proud of roots, of our language, our culture, our heritage. And we saw the celebration when the news of Fidel Castro's death reached the Little Havana. People were in Hialeah and everywhere in Westchester saying, wow, maybe change is coming to Cuba. So we're very proud of our heritage, and we're always proud to exclaim it. Well, I remember so many difficult moments in Congress when we were talking about legislation that we could craft that could help the people of Cuba. We can't overturn the Castro regime. We can't bring freedom and democracy to Cuba, but we can lay the framework so that the people of Cuba have more help. One of the things that I've been interested in doing is helping the dissidents, helping the Las Damas de Blanco, who are a peaceful human rights group that want to bring attention to their loved ones who have been or are in jail. And we've had many battles in Congress, and we had it with La Ley Torricelli and the Helms-Burton law, and I remember debating it on the House floor and feeling so proud that we had so many colleagues, Democrats and Republicans, from Florida, but from all over the country, who stood with us and said, we're going to pass legislation that will help the people of Cuba. The Helms-Burton law has been waived time and time again, so not everything that we did has been a success, but it binds us together. And I see great solidarity with our colleagues, Democrats and Republicans from across the land, who agree with us that they want to do everything we can to help the people of Cuba be free. I'm very proud of the Cuban American millennials. This is a new generation, some born in Cuba, some born in the United States, some come from families where their Cubanhood is celebrated every day, some where their parents may not even speak that much Spanish, but they feel very much aligned with their Cuban heritage. And I congratulate them, because this is a real assimilation country. It's hard not to get sucked in to the popular culture and become one in the crowd. And I see young Cuban American students, university students, who are in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and they're so proud of their heritage and they're proud of their traditions. And they've started Cuban American groups in their campuses. So I think the future is looking bright for us as an exile community to be individuals and to be part of the group as well. And it depends on each and every one of us to be that ambassador of what our country or our native homeland or the land of the heritage of our parents or grandparents is all about. Because many times you're going to meet somebody and all they know about Cuba is, oh yeah, that's the place where they have cigars, rum, and cool vintage cars. And you want to tell them, this is an opportunity, it's a teaching moment. You want to tell them it's about more than that. And it's about freedom and human rights and the struggle that continues against oppression. So I'm proud of the Cuban American millennial generation, and I think the future is looking bright for each and every one of them. Son un tremendo éxito.
I don't mean to be the teardrop spilling over your resentment.